and it comes your way. Next.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the New England Patriots and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Here's Harris to return it. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week: 22 carries, 113 yards, and a score.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync. And that bodes well this late in the season.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. This defense for the Patriots, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Come on, boys!
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man in.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Throwing Jones. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself a big.
And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there for the Patriots. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones to Connor on the check down. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. They'll look to throw again. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 24-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. First carry for James Conner. Gets around him. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson. 14 carries, 63 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football. He gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point safely through. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's Harris to return it. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Off play action. Connor. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Off the play fake. Connor. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. Operating from the gun. Connor. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Sam Cook now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over first and 10. Now Jones on first and 10. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. 7 yards the pickup there. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Odell Beckham. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Patriots on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
A first down run by Jones not going to work out as he's hit and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
Here's Jones again on second down. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's Sam Cook now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. With these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string. A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
There's Beckham. Great grab. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catch.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Denzel Mims, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a New England touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the Patriots take over. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well, no one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. On 2nd and 10, Jones. He completes it to Beckham. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump, and he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people. Lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. No gain on the screen there. It's second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Back to throw again. This one swung out here to Jones. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
On 1st and 10 is Connor, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off play action. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Jones now on first down. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, caught by Mims. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession, as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. Off the option, it's Jones. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. He finds his target. It's Evans. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Here we go. 58 to Mike, 58.
Throwing on first down. Connor. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And he's got this down to the 35. So at halftime, it's the Patriots. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right. right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense.
And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little, kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Again, it's Conner. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw here caught by Mims.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Got a man open. It's Ross. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw. Jones. Touchdown. A great effort there. With his 19th touchdown, his second of the game.
And the Patriots take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Harris to return it.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side.
And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And maybe some indecision there on what looked to be an RPO. He wound up keeping it, but that defense right on him to strip it away.
And typically when we see that type of indecision on an RPO, that means it's well defended. He had nowhere to go with it, and that allowed the defense to get to him and knock it free and make it a turnover.
Now they'll get this to Mims on the jet sweep.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal. They run the counter. It's Robinson. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
Looking to throw. Jones. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown.
Denzel Mims.
His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Patriots are pouring it on. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good game and a first down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Back to throw. Connor. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he's got room. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
57 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Connor. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And that is incomplete. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total.
Here's Robinson again on second down.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Tampa. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. that's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. They run. Robinson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Conner. A first down for Conner and then some. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Robinson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down at 8. Again, a run with Conner. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now they'll get this to Mims on the jet sweep.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. The 40. Past the 20. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that will cut this lead down to 25. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple. Again, it's Robinson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that.
definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
This is caught by Evans. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
On 1st and 10, Connor. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. On 1st down, Connor. He sets up the screen to Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. He'll find Jones again, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A big